So, to summarize, we said in the Mishnah that two boats tied together, you can carry from one to the other. The Gemara assumed we're talking about two boats belonging to one person. So what's obviously you're allowed to carry from one to the other. The answer is says Rava, we're talking about a small boat stuck between the two boats. You're allowed to carry even to that. Says Rav Safra, but the Mishnah says you can carry from A to B. Don't explain to me that we're carrying to C. Says Rav Safra, we're talking about a boat that belongs to two people. And they make an Erev Chatzeris. But you might think that Erev Chatzeris doesn't work by boats. They're moving. They're not a steady place. You can't make an Erev Chatzeris. No, it works. Not only that, the Brisa says that it works even if it was redone on Shabbos. If it was undone on Shabbos, it's undone. But if it was redone on Shabbos, it was tied together on Shabbos, you can carry. But Rav Nachman said that that any mechitza which was made on Shabbos only works against you, not for you. Asks the Gemara. Rav Nachman said that if a mechitza was made on Shabbos, if you put something in there from the street, you're chayiv. But you're not allowed to carry 4 ames in that walled area because it was made on Shabbos. And the Brisa says you are. Says the Gemara, it depends. If it was shoygig, oines, muta, you're allowed to. If it was mezid, you're not allowed to. Then it only works against you. In other words, the fact that you're allowed to carry and a mechitza was made on Shabbos is if it was done by accident. But if it was done purposely, midiraisa is considered a wall. A wall is a wall. Who cares how it was made? And therefore, you're chayiv for bringing things inside of it there. But you're not allowed to carry over there a knas. Chacham made a knas. Maybe later I'll say a different shot in this Gemara from Tosfos. The next piece of Gemara was that Shmuel said that the two boats can be tied even with a coat string. Says the Gemara, obviously, whatever holds it, holds it. So no, but Shmuel said by Tumah, they need to have an iron chain to tie a boat. So you would think that's the only thing which holds a boat firm. No. By Tumah, we need the iron chain, because either iron can pass the Tumah at the same degree as the source, because any metal attains the same level of Tumah as the dead body that it touched, or because an iron chain itself is not waving and therefore it could be an oil. However, any other rope will be waving a bit itself, but on the other hand, it holds the boats firm, and therefore you're allowed to carry from boat to boat. Fine. 1 second. Yeah. Tosfos has an explanation in this brisa regarding the fact that it says bein mezidin, and it sounds like you're allowed to carry even if it was done b'mezid. So he says like this: by boats that were tied together, midiraisa they are reshus hayachid to begin with. Only midrabanan you need them to be tied together and to have an eruv. So there chacham were not goizer. There, if they were tied together, even b'mezid, you're allowed to carry. The same applies to the mats that were brought in the Gemara. We're not talking about a mat which formed the Reshus HaYachid. We're talking about a mat within a Reshus HaYachid, which divided 2 courtyards, one from the other. Which they made an Eruv, but then if they took away the mat, then there's no separation and there's no Eruv. And then you're not allowed to carry. But then if they put back the separation, then you're allowed to carry again, because it was a Rosh Hashanah also before. Right? I'm sorry, the case is like this. You had one big Rosh Hashanah, 5 houses in one side, 5 houses in the other side. You put a mat in between. The 5 made an Eruv together, the other 5 made an Eruv together. There's no Eruv between the 2. And the wall separated them. But then the wall fell on Shabbos. If the wall fell on Shabbos, you cannot carry, because there's no separation between the 2 parts, which never made an Eruv between them. But if someone put up that wall on Shabbos, says Tosfos, you're allowed to carry, because the whole problem is a problem that Rabbanan, so you could fix it. If it was fixed on Shabbos, you're allowed to carry. I don't think that's the halacha, but that's what Tosfos explains, which could fit a bit smoother in the Braisa in the Gemara.